I just want to quickly say, like, Hispanics are more anti-black or are just as anti-black as white people are. I'm gonna just let that sit right there. They're just Hispanic, the Hispanic community are just as anti-black as white people are. Anytime I have spoke truth about black Americans in America and the Hispanic community disagreed, I still got screenshots of it to this day. They were sending monkey, banana emojis, N-word with the ER. Like, I'm talking about they went straight like KKK with it. KKK with it. I'm not bullshitting. Hispanics. You could clear Hernandez, Gomez, Martinez, like Hispanic people. I mean, they are just as racist as white people are against us.
I just saw a Hispanic boy that came on here and said that Hispanics really think that black people are beneath them. And he started to talk about the things and conversations that he had with his family. And let me just add to that, okay? They can think what they want. Delusion is a real thing. Because imagine thinking that you are beneath black people, but it's not black people who are being dragged out of the dragged in the streets, okay, and turned every which way but loose. You're being deported any and everywhere, sometimes not even back to your home country, okay? So if you want to be delusional, you go right the fuck ahead. And then for those that saying, oh, well, y'all now see that it's not just us, it was never really about y'all. Y'all was always collateral, but y'all was just also delusional because of the complexion that you thought was protecting you, the hair texture that you thought made you fit in. The reality is that they don't like your ass either, but y'all so delusional. That's the reason why Eureka is also a part of ICE agents and also the part of the organization, one of the leaders of the Proud Boys, because Hispanic people are delusional. And this is the reason why there are a lot of Hispanic fucking ICE agents literally talking in Spanish as they grabbing somebody off the fucking roof or trying to coerce somebody to come out of somebody's house speaking fucking Spanish, because you guys are delusional. Y'all don't like each other either. Y'all are just hateful motherfuckers, if I'm being honest. But being beneath you, baby, if it wasn't for black folks, they wouldn't be trying to dismantle the Constitution. There would be no need for it. If we were still enslaved, they would not try to dismantle the Constitution. They would have kept things right the way the fuck it was, because it was beneficial to them. The reason why now they're trying to get rid of the Constitution is because there was 2 black presidents. And since there's been 2 black presidents, they feel like that Constitution no longer benefit them. Let's go ahead and throw that shit right out and go back to having a king and authoritarianism, because we didn't know that it would allow black people to have, white people to have the superiority that they've had for years. So you guys are not liked either, because think about it. If you were so much better than black people, why the fuck are they grabbing y'all up out the streets? Why are they just going up to you and asking you for your paperwork? Why are they removing y'all from y'all kids' school while leaving y'all kids in a car by themselves? Why are white people now having to jump in front of bullets because black people chose to sit this one out? Because of y'all anti-blackness, and y'all loud about it and proud about it. And as long as you continue to be loud and proud, the many of us is going to sit this one the fuck out. But honey, we always was a target. This is the reason why black history should be a part of American history, because we are one of the biggest genocides that there ever was. Why do you think there was a Black Lives Matter movement? Before there was a Renee Good, there was Sonia Massey being shot in her kitchen in her face and being told she would be shot in her face before he did it. It was always about us. But at the end of the day, how do you hate a culture that you can't stop appropriating? Because as much as they got the S word, y'all keep on using the N word, because y'all really fanned out and fiended out just like everybody else. All of y'all got this one-sided beef, but without us, there would be no progress. And that's the reason why ICE is doing what they're doing.
Alright, so I'm gonna say something, and this is just my thought, my opinion. I know that a couple rotten apples doesn't ruin the entire tree, but we have to call the truth for what it is. It's just really, like, unfortunate that a lot of Hispanic people, especially Latino men, desperately try to associate themselves or put themselves in close proximity to whiteness. For some, it could be, you know, they fell for the illusion of the American dream and they thought that sympathizing with the white man was their way out. But there are a lot of Latino men, especially, who are just openly racist. Hispanics in general, openly racist towards black people, think that they have some kind of superiority over black people. And look at what's happening now. There are plenty of people who voted for Trump, proudly and openly pro-Trump, now all of a sudden it's affecting their homes, their families, their lives. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, fuck Trump. No. It's just really unfortunate because I'm not really a big Kamala fan either, respectfully, because she was campaigning on for genocide and I don't rock with that. But it's just really unfortunate that all this is happening because y'all didn't want to put a black person in office. Let's call it for what it is. I've known plenty of Hispanic people who desperately try to etch themselves to black people culturally, but try to stay in close proximity to white people systematically. Yeah, you see what I'm trying to say? Now all of a sudden you got the fucking president or spokesperson for Latinos for Trump sitting here publicly calling out Trump for the mass deportations. That's what you voted for, boo.
FBA fiscally has built nothing. Got rich off y'all free labor, that much is true. We did build something, but anyway, why you can't build nothing right in your homeland? Why y'all couldn't build nothing in your homeland? See, y'all Hispanics, man, come over here and be so anti-black. That's why I'm happy for Trump. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Every day I see Trump on TV, I smile. I ain't bullshit. I smile like a motherfucker. And I looked at your page too. It look like you do, you know, home improvement work. It look like you don't do a great job either. It really don't. Like you, the same people over here in Texas that fix stuff and just mess up everything. Whoever house you been working on, they need to get their money back. I hope they didn't pay you. I hope they ran out with your money. I hope they ain't give you the insurance check. I hope they ain't give you none of that. None of that. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all come over here with all this anti-black hatred over here. Yeah, it is true. Every new house in the last 10 to 15 years is trash. It's trash. And look at your work. It's trash. Even your work is trash. I ain't gonna lie. I would be a hater and look and see if your business is registered, and I'll file a negative report on your business. Shit. I'll give you 1 star and just start clowning, or I tell everybody to find your business and be some haters. That's how we can do you. We can flush you out, boy. We can flush you out. You see how your little boy playing baseball in that video? You ain't better afford them classes no more messing with me, boy.
There is honestly nothing we will not see in the streets of social media, because right now Hispanics are now thinking Hispanics are now thinking, or Hispanic have assumed, or Hispanics have concluded that a lot of them are kind of better than black people, than black Americans. Like in their widest dream, a Latino or Hispanic man will sit down and think that the people that made it possible, the people that struggled and stand in solidarity, the people that are always coming through for you, the people that are always spending their dollar to make sure that you survive as an immigrant in America, is now claiming, is now assuming that you are better than black Americans. There is nothing black Americans have literally not seen in the hands of these people. There is nothing black Americans have not seen. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks. Also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And guys, with that being said, let's continue rolling out the other clips I have for you guys. I'll be back with commentaries because, as usual, I have a lot to say at the end of this video. Let's go watch, guys.
You know, I have a video for you guys, just for the black people and those Hispanic community, that Hispanic community here. You know, I've been taking the train, I've been, you know, every single day I'm meeting people. Every day I'm meeting a lot of people. Black, white, Hispanic, and other stuff. You know, I don't know why so many Hispanic people, I don't know why, many of them think they're better than black. I'm not talking about those who were born here and they grew up with black people. This is another story. I'm talking about the immigrants. I heard that many of them in their country, they don't even treat black, well, but it is what it is. When they see you looking good, sometimes I see the face and it's like you as a black, you're not supposed to have all this. Today, I've been driving a car. That car doesn't belong to me. But that car is a company car. It's a brand new car that we're using for work. And I got somebody, yes, but I don't know for which country it's coming from. He got in the car and started giving me order. Hey, you got to go on the left. You got to do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. Everything he was doing just to show me that, you're driving that, but I'm above you. I'm better than you. And they have this word every time, my friend, my friend, my friend. I don't know why. I'm just wondering, and I'm asking myself, I'm just asking that question, and I'm trying to understand why. If you're coming in people, houses and whatever it is, and you're still thinking that these people are not better than you, but I don't know if you are white or not. You're not white. I've been telling that so many times to some ladies that they show me and they're just running away like they saw the devil. I told them, you're not white. All of them want to be like white, maybe. You want to be like white, maybe. I don't know. No matter how white, how you dress, and they see you dressing in a certain way, you coming out, it's like they already know you. They already know you. So I've been wearing all kind of clothes. They will never appreciate what you do. It's like, man, we already know you. It's like we had a certain...
Latinos have never needed Black Americans to force their racial biases on us. We have our own. We have been anti-Black, all by ourselves. Latinos have been colorists, all by themselves. Latinos have been racist, all by themselves, way before they come to America, way before they ever have contact with Black Americans. You know what the difference is? Normalized forms of racism, colorism, and anti-Blackness. What's normal amongst people in our culture, what's hush-hush, what's swept under the rug or not dealt with or just accepted, doesn't fly with Black Americans. And you just don't like the fact that a Black American will call you out on it. Because it's not normal. And it shouldn't be accepted. And it shouldn't be okay. So when you have people in your own community letting you know that they've been hurt or traumatized or discriminated by people in our own community, family members even, you need to listen. You need to listen instead of deflecting, because this comment right here is a total and complete cop-out. It's straight up deflection, and it is a bold-faced lie. Our racial biases, they start back home. They start in our own countries, in our own islands. We just bring it here with us. You just don't like the boldness of how Black Americans deal with racism. Normalized anti-Blackness is not a value. Normalized colorism is not a value. Sweeping things under the rug and not talking about them, that's not a cultural value. It's not. Yet it's something that you seek to covet and put above Black Americans. You need to stop pitting Latinos against Black Americans and recognize that the root cause of all of the issues we have across all of our communities is white supremacy. Recognize how white supremacy has operated in your own life and how it has afforded you white privilege as a white presenting Latino and given you a life experience that more Black presenting Latinos cannot identify with. and stop propagating the lie and the myth that we don't care about race and there's no racism amongst us. Because if that were the case, we would not be having this discussion.
I'm doing a Dear Black People series from a Latino because there's a lot of quiet stuff that needs to be said out loud about Latinos concerning blackness. So I'm gonna break this up into different little parts, but just to keep it short. But the most important thing that I need black people to understand is that the level of retardation that Latinos have going on in their own community definitely outmatches yours in the way that, yes, Latino culture is racist by nature. And so it's not just a racism thing against you, it's a racism against ourselves. And we do ourselves worse than we do y'all. It's like this. I want you to imagine that in your community, light skins actually made an actual effort to keep dark skins down on purpose. Why is Latino culture racist? Well, I'll tell you. Welcome to the Latino paperback test. Now, it's literally designed by YT people from Spain, and they ingrained it into our brains. We had 100 extra years. The indigenous had 100 extra years of getting their behinds waxed, and the only way to get a leg up is by intermixing. So let me show you the hierarchy. Here you have Spaniards, and this is to show you too that what I'm saying, this is what I'm discovering. That all Latinos are not the same race. We are not. We are not the same. Latinos, we must acknowledge this. We are not all the same race. We are not. Latino is a culture, a slave culture. Right? That's really what it is. You have the Spaniards up top from Europe. You got the children, the ones that were born in America. Then you have the mix, the European and the indigenous. Then you have the other mixes, right? And the more pure-blooded you are, the lower down the totem pole you are. And guess where Africans are? This is why you don't see nobody in Telemundo, Noticiero, etc. But it gets worse because you got these lapdogs over here, and I don't care who gets offended, the ones that indigenous that mix with European and want to act like they're YT, they became the gatekeepers and the lapdogs for these guys. So they started stomping on, and it benefits them to stomp on the rest of them. You know why? How I know this? Because now that I'm going back to El Salvador, for all y'all saying leave, as if the white team is gonna accept you all of a sudden, is that till this day, you got these guys, there's a sub-movement of these guys still trying to keep this caste strong to keep oppressing the rest of them. Not all of us, but this is a thing, and it's disgusting. And if wherever you are, especially y'all in El Salvador, y'all believe like this, y'all disgust me. But see, this is the standard in Latin American countries. But what happens, when they come over, they bring that mentality over because nobody checks it, which is why I'm talking about it. For all y'all who watched my previous video and want to take a dump on me, all you're doing is reinforcing it. When you get all negative on me and talk about you don't care and everything else, all you're doing, listen, I don't need to talk about this. I could just let Latinos be racist and delusional. It don't bother me none. I mean, it does, but it don't affect me directly. I'm passable. Not that I'm proud of it, but it's just a fact. I acknowledge that because of this sick system, I can move in certain ways where I can pass. I'm not accepted. I'm not delusional, but I can pass. But anyways, they bring it over here, and this is why you want your jobs and everything else and want to kick you out your jobs. Because it's these guys primarily. These guys got issues at the bottom, the more pure bloods, they got issues and they be racist, and that's why Dominicans and Colombians and all anywhere where you got Afro-Latinos, they be like, me no black, me no black. It's because this. Literally, you could not associate, you in Latin America, now it's better nowadays, but it's still bad. Where it came from, you were literally at the bottom of society, bro. The stuff that these people went through, our ancestors, it was a desperate mission to mix in order to get up. And no, this isn't justification or whatever the heck y'all was saying in the previous video. Only reason I'm talking about this is because it's disgusting. And I see the plight of black people talking about, we did all this, that, and the other for Latinos and the fighting for rights in America and everything else. That's honorable. Like, yeah, that's messed up. Latinos being fake or whatnot. But I'm telling you, there's a whole, just like y'all got CIA implants and movements and sub movements in y'all community, we got them in ours too. And I'm telling you right now, it's these guys. It's these guys right here. And one last thing. You could talk all the smack in my comments. You're just making it more about helping the algorithm. But on the other hand, you're just making the them same ones that I was talking about go, you see, that's why mijo, no, you stupid, no, this is why we don't deal with them. That's all you're doing. You're just reinforcing the ignorance.
Bias cases are of Latino employees discriminating against and abusing black employees.
This shit is 100% true. 100% true. I used to live in Southern California. I lived in San Diego, okay? I've seen it in almost every job. I even went to school down there for a little bit. I've seen it everywhere, and I mean everywhere. That black and brown beef that goes on in Southern California is a real thing. It's not just in the streets. It's in school and the workplace also. And it's actually spreading throughout all of California, actually, believe it or not, that mentality. You know, when I was in the Navy, I served 4 years, by the way. When I was in the Navy, I met a lot of racist white guys, a lot of racist white boys. I really did. I met a lot of guys who popped off the N-word. Some of them were even Klan members, actually, too, believe it or not. But I can honestly tell you, just from personal experience, again, this is personal experience, from what I've dealt with from racist Hispanics compared to racist whites. Racist Hispanics tend to go a little harder and are a lot more obnoxious and way more uncomfortable with. I can't begin to tell you how many brothers and sisters tell me when they go to work, how many times they've been called on my yet day, or last to get picked on a certain assignment, never get the proper days off, get paid very little, and who are mistreated so badly that they're forced to quit. Because you know, that's a tactic that they do, right? That's a tactic. They make you feel so uncomfortable, so unwanted, and make you feel so shitty at work that you have to quit. You know why they make you quit? Because they want to bring one of their primos or one of their relatives over to take your job. Yeah, that nepotism shit. I'm not gonna lie, I wish as black folks we thought like that. So when people always ask, how come there can never be no black or brown unity? That's why. That's why. And don't get me started on Hispanic bosses. That's a whole nother video for another day. Peace and love.
I see no reasons why Hispanic will even think, like why they will even think in their wildest dream, in their whole life, in their entire generation, that they are better than black people, like they are better than black Americans, like they are better than. See, over the years, I've seen the hate, I've seen the aggression, I've seen them being angry unnecessarily. I've seen them trying to prove a point that no matter how black Americans are trying for them, standing for them in solidarity, they will literally support white folks 100%. They've proved to us, these Hispanics and Latinos, that they want to be so close to whiteness. They want whiteness to adore them. They want whiteness to embrace them. They want whiteness to blend with them. But still, on several occasions, we have seen, we have witnessed that no matter how hard they try, they can literally never be white. They cannot even get close to the point of being white. So, because of that realization is done on them, even when they are trying so bad right now to associate themselves with black Americans, to associate themselves with black people are saying, no, let's stay on our lane. Just like Somalians that woke up one morning and said, we are not blacks, we are Somalis. We eat Arab food. Somali is like rice and banana. Somali is this, Somali is that on different occasions, right? We've seen them rise and fall because at the end of the day, if you forget the hand that feed you, by the moment that particular hand stop feeding you, you will not understand what reality of life is. And I feel like that is what is literally happening to a lot of Hispanics, Latinos, okay? You guys can also see the boycott that is massively affecting the Asian community. No matter how they're trying to make it look like it's nothing they can do without black people, east, west, north, and south. But in reality, we know what is happening. We know what is in vogue. We know who is suffering. We know who is biting. We know who is trying to cope. So for Hispanics to even have that mindset, think about it in the first place, that they are literally better than black people. They are literally better than black Americans. is a no. Like, is I see, I have never predicted or seen that coming in the nearest future. Like, how do you think you're going to be better than people that literally came through for you? People that fought for your solidarity, people that made you who you are, people that made you see the forward of America. You know, a lot of them don't even know all of this history. Maybe they came through their great fathers that migrated to America, and then at the end of the day they grew up in American, and they are not trying to make it look like, oh, we are Americans as well, we are Americans as well. When the time comes, you are going to be seeing that you are not America enough, you are not white enough, you cannot identify yourself as America a lot. See, I just keep passing some of my message as well to immigrants, like immigrants that lives in America, immigrants, even to African immigrants, because over the years, over time, we've seen that a lot of immigrants don't even adore, don't even want to mingle with Black Americans, despite the fact that Black Americans are the ones that patronize them more. Black Americans are the one that is making them to eat. Black Americans are the one that is at least investing their dollar in their market. They take any small opportunity to unleash their anger on Black American, and of which I don't know where that hatred is coming from. But if you're watching as an immigrant, please go back and reread your history. You can't buy the finger that feed you, and at the same time, you can't keep beating a child and expect that child not to cry. You can't keep doing that to Black Americans over and over again, trying to prove a point to Black Americans over and over again, trying to make them see that you people are not the same. You prefer white folks. You want to adore white folks. I've literally seen a Hispanic girl opening her mouth and saying, ever since she came into America, that the only people that are warm welcome to her are the white folks. That Black Americans are racist. I don't know where that illustration is coming from, but it's just a whole lot of back and forth to deal with when it comes to immigrant as a whole coming to America, not understanding the history of America, not understanding the struggles that Black Americans have put into place for you to be there as any other race, including as the Europeans. I literally do not care as at this point, because even before the arrival of Columbus and everything, Black Americans have been in America. They have been doing well. They have been once and strong. They have been showing up. They have been inventing. They have been living their life. So I don't know. Just learn to respect the people and learn to respect struggles as well. Learn to respect people that has literally paved way for you. I don't think that is actually going to be like a big deal. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you, liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying back, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.